Hey everyone, welcome to my channel ASP.NET Core, and today we are going to discuss about how to publish your website on your Azure account. So here we have to first of all create a new database for your application if you want to host your website on your storage account, or you can say that Azure accounts. So here we have a service bus SQL database, and just I want to add a new SQL database for your application. Just create a SQL database. Just click on the create a SQL database before publishing your website on your Azure account. So here we have a create SQL database. Now here we have a basic information about the SQL database, that is subscription, that I have a free trial subscription with the resource group that is already created by the blob storage account. During the blob storage account, that is the my storage. You can choose create a new storage account as well as the group resource group accounts. And here we have a database name, that is enter database name, and what database name you want to enter it here, that is your choice. So server name is by default is also your choice, but the postfix is applied .database.windows.net. And also select a perfect database name, that is my test server, that is already in use. So my tag server is, I think it's not used. So the server name is my tag server, that is the fine. So .database.windows.net is created. Now the location is US East US, and use SQL authentication, and just put it the server admin login and the password and the confirm password also. So the login detail is like admin. So you can write it here, that is the smallest letter in it here, that is admin administrator. Okay, admin administrators as a root is already created, so just change the name. That is the my server name is the my tag server, so the server admin is my tag. Okay, the password is your choice, but letter, caps, and that is the identity things we will add it here. So here we have a password and the confirm password like that. Just hit to OK button. After pressing the hit OK button, you will find that database name. So enter the database name that is already picked, that is used by me. Okay, create SQL database. So the cheapest scheme, just I want to use it here. So the project detail and the resource group is selected, but the database name is enter database name. So the server name is my tag server, and the user of the server is related to my tag, but the database name is my tag DB. Okay, now the server is my tag server, and want to use SQL Elastic Pool, that is no, and the workload environment, that is the production, and compute plus storage, that is must to configure your pricing. Like just click on the configure your database and select the cheapest one. I select that is the $5 basic plan. So here we have 384.63 INR and the 5 USD. If it is any hosting plan, any database plan is there, then you can choose it here. But that video is related to your testing purpose. So just I'm going to go for your basic plan. That is 384. That is the cheapest plan right here. And above one is the 115605 INR is there, and the next one is, it's not there, it's the cheapest one, that is the cheapest one, 384.63. okay, now the backup history is geo redundant, and you will see that here we have a estimated cost is per month like that, and compute plus storage, that is 2 GB storage, and configure with the basic plan. Now you can just hit the review button with geo redundant service, and here we go. Okay, so everything is fine. Now just create a new database right there. Wait for some times. It will take some times to deployment of your database, that is submitting deployment is completely successful. Okay, so here we have a Microsoft.SQL database.new database name server, and here we have a deployment is in progress. If the deployment is success, then you can just go for the your SQL server, that is MyTech server, and type is SQL server, and the status is accepted. Okay, so it will take time to deployment is in progress. I don't want to cut any time during the deployment is in progress, because just I want to tell you more about Azure services. Azure services is lightweight application, or you can say that cloud applications where your application will host it uh, with many of resources. If you are a .NET developer and a ASP, and also if you are the ASP.NET lover, then you can just deploy your website on your Azure very easiest way. So you can see that here we have a deployment details, mytech server default, mytech server is already created with this type SQL database, SQL server, and status is accepted, okay, and created. Okay, so operation details is like that, but deployment process progress is it is running. I have much time, and if you have time, so wait for some time. So Microsoft.SQL database is created right now, and you will see that your database connection string is visible, and that save that connection string in the production environment. So make a new connection string, or you can say that make a new app settings.protection.json file inside your project file, because that file is much needed for your project. So here we go, your deployment is completed. Go to resources, and you will see that your mytech db, that is the database name inside your mytech server. So here we have set firewall settings also must to add it here, and here we have network settings, selected networks, and here we have a selected networks like that. So just I am going to firewall links, add your client IP4 address, that is fine, and must check always Azure services and resources to access the server. Must add check this checkboxes. Also, if you have some outbound links for your IP addresses, must to add there. So just scroll down of your mytech server, and you will see that here we have a SQL database overviews, activity logs, and lots of things. So just click on the overview, and you will find that your default things, and create a database, new elastic pool, and etc. Lots of options is also visible in your SQL database. Just click on it, and you will see that your database name, that is mytechdb. And here we have that is the connection string. Under your connection string, and just copy that ADO.NET SQL authentication, must to select ADO.NET SQL authentication string, where you can change your password. And the above thing is related to your entity framework and Windows environment. So if you are selecting Windows authentication and choose, then you can use entity framework. Otherwise, you have to must to use ADO.NET connection string, because that connection string is much comfortable with your anyone your SQLs. Okay, so just copy that connection string and make a new app settings.production.json file inside your Visual Studio. So first of all, select your project, that is vehicle rental system. Here we go. You will find that app settings.json file is there and app settings.production.json there. So just copy that and paste it right there. But paste option is not visible right now. So add a new app settings.json file in your solution and make it add production.json file. So here you can see that app settings file is visible. So just use app settings.production.json. And inside it, in your connection string, just replace this connection string in the production environment with your Azure connection string. So just remove the portion from your local DB and paste your adu.net that is on your Azure portal. So just copy that and paste it here. Okay, so here we have a MyTechDB security and password. You have to change it here. And that is the mytechserver.database.windows.net with the port number is 1433. Okay, so here we have that is the default and just go for the first of all build your project with your local environment, and just after that you have to go for the publish option. Okay, so everything is fine. Now just go for your program.cs file, and here we have just add migration. Is if it is migration is pending, just resolve database by using the context file. So here we have a where db context scope dot service provider dot get required service, that is application db context. And here we go. So here we have a db context scope dot service provider dot get required service cart context. Check if db context dot database dot get pending migration dot count. Okay, so here we have that is db context dot database dot get pending migration is dot count is greater than 0, then you will find that database is migrate automatically. So just you can use dot count is greater than 0, then you can use db context dot database dot migrate. Okay, now the next step is to going to just right click on your project, that is the web application project, and just add to publish button. Okay, and here we have that is the target, that is Azure. Just I want to publish the option, and the specific target is Azure App Services, that for the Windows. And here we have that is the different account that just I'm going to sign it here. So choose another one, and after that you will find that you can redirect to your another hosted account. Just type it, the name. Also choose the password. Okay, here we go. So here we have a app services right here, and you can select the app services that there is a no existing instance available. Create a new one. So here we have an app service for Windows. Create a new, that is name is like that, that is your vehicle project, and the subscription name is free trial, resource group is my storage, everything is good. So just I'm going to select the hosting plan that is free. Just I'm going to set it here. So here we have that is the free plan. Just I'm going to choose here, because also here we have a free plan. Okay, so okay, now after that we will go for the app services where your account will be registered as a app service, and just create a new app service in your Azure portal, and after that you will see that creating app services like that. So that is services name, that is free trial, resource group, that is my storage, and you know that the resource group is actually a bundle type where your all resources are there. Mhm. Okay, so you can create a multiple resources in our application, and hosting plan that is looking like your window, and you can choose cheapest one if you want to test any Azure services. So here we go, and wait for some time. It will take time to explore the service on the web. You know that after creating that type of services, just gonna different types of error messages. You know that here we have a my storage account, and deployment section is there. Now just after that finish the application, and after that we will close the application after publish profile creation progress. Okay, so you can notice that ready to publish. After that we will go for the publish button, and you notice that lots of error actually occurs during the publish the options. And here we have a deployment mode, that is the framework dependent, not the self dependent. Self is actually related to your LTS version, that is long term support. And here we have a target framework, that is .NET 7.0. So just make it that is actually 7.0. If it is 7.0 is in the pre-releases, so make it self contained. Otherwise you have to choose target framework, that is 6.0. Okay, so just I am going to choose self-contained because I don't know want that is a pre-releases or not, because I know that my published website is not published in that framework, that is 7.0, because I know that 6.0 is comfortable with that application. So in future I will change it, and I will got some types of error message that is related to 7.0 and convert that my application into the 6.0. First of all, just I want to configure my database application and database connection string. So here we have a default connection, and just change with the my database connection that is available on Azure. And you can see that here your connection string like that. Okay, so that is the password. Okay, so everything is fine. Okay, so everything is fine. So here we have publishing in Azure App Services Windows. So getting error because of failed to the restore, that is in the build section. You can see. So here we have a build to restore file. So failed it there because 7.0 is not comfortable with this application. So just change this application into 6.0, and you know that after changes in the application, you have to test that the same scenario with the 6.0 and publish websites. So after that we will go for the change in the application, and after that we will publish the application. Okay, so you can go for this.